Okay, so that's what it is. We are having fun. We are trying to build a library for the school. I'm in Afringo because I'm a government worker. I'm a teacher by profession. When I went to the village or the school and I realized that there were a lot of things they didn't have, which in the cities they do, I felt that wasn't fair.
When they started digging, did you ever think that it would get to this point?
One of the reasons why I'm working so hard to return to Ghana, my motherland, is to help make an impact. In this video, I speak to an inspirational young teacher who, after being posted into a village school in the outskirts of Cape Coast, Ghana, didn't turn it down, but rather became the positive change to the extent of building a community library using his social media presence. He's done even more. This conversation also opened my eyes to some of the challenges educators face in rural areas in Ghana. I hope you like it.
How does that make you feel?
Sometimes I want to cry.
My name is Mickey. Keep watching.
How did you end up in Afringo?
Yes. I'm in Afringo because I'm a government worker. I'm a teacher by profession. So in Ghana, when you want to be a teacher, you go to school for 3 years. And then after that, the government will just post you anywhere.
Okay.
If you tell them you want to go here, they will post you there. But basically, they would post you where they think there's vacancy, where you can go and fit in and then teach or work. So my first posting was 2008. After completing 3 years of teacher training college, I was posted there to go and work, and I've been here since that time, and I'm still loving it. You know, Afringo is a cool rural community where you don't find a lot of like the city vibe. That was my first time of living in a village. In Ghana, a village is where the people are less than 5,000.
Okay.
So where I am, we have let's say 300. Yeah, and I'm loving it because it's like a new experience for me, honestly. Being born in the city, living in the city for like more than 22 years and going to the rural community, I felt there was the need in my life to experience other lifestyle or other culture. So that is how come I found myself in Afringo, where I'm working now.
So I'm not a trained teacher, but I know that when in Ghana, a lot of people, when they were posted or assigned to a rural area, they use their connections. Some people pay their way out of it.
Yeah.
What made you desist from doing that?
There's a belief, maybe naturally within me, I love to experience something different every day. Every day, I want something different. So when I got there, and even the first day that I took my letter there, I had to send it there and then come back to Cape Coast. It took me like 5 hours for me to get a car back. Not that the cars don't come there. As in 2008, the car will go there once. It will take like a long time for it to get back because a lot of people don't really patronize cars. So I was like, hey, this place in the city, I could just stop a car and then move. But here, I was like, okay, let me wait a little bit and then experience how it is like. So unlike people who will be like, no, I don't want to be in the village, I don't want to be in the village, that is up to them. But for me, I felt there was a new something I could hold on to or I could experience that made me stay Afringo up to now.
Okay. So, was it love at first sight? Or first it was resentment and then it grew into love?
I think it was love because I love nature, and that was the first time. Let me tell you something. I've been living with my parents until I was posted, and I got to a time I wanted to be alone. I felt like after 18 years I could live my life, I could do certain things because I knew how to organize events, entertainment programs, so I felt I could go out there and do something for myself. So it was like an escape for me to have been there without my parents, me having my own refrigerator, my own home, right? Cooking for myself and everything. So I would say it was love at first sight in addition to me wanting to be by myself, not with my parents, and start life. Yeah.
So you get there, you start doing your thing, start teaching. And then the first thing I realized was you're soliciting for funds for a guy called Kumpa.
You remember?
I remember, yeah. Has it always been your nature to look after the less privileged?
Yes, it has. And going to Afringwa ignited the fire, because you could go to school and have a child who doesn't have book or pen, no writing materials, and then you feel like, yo, you've been there before. There are instances where you go to school without money, without books, they need to sack you, you need to come back and get it. Your grandmother, I stayed with my grandma, you know, till like went to SS or something. So when I saw these kids going through the same thing, I didn't really like it. So I was like, what can I do to bring the change? So first I started buying it myself, and then I told someone, and then I posted it on Facebook. Hey, I bought this for my child who wasn't, and then people were like, hey, Echo, do you have other people who are also facing similar problems? Because we want to help. That is where the whole thing started. So it became something that is like, it became a regular thing, that if I find a child who is having any difficulty, I put it on social media, or I'll tell Mickey, and Mickey will be like, Echo, tell me about it. What does he need? I said, oh, Mickey, he needs A, B, C, D. Then Mickey will send me pounds, and I'll go and buy it. And then other people were sending dollars and Ghana CDs and everything. So that feeling has been with me for a long time. And I think Afringwa and teaching was the best place for me to exhibit it, to help people.
Wow. So, but you are good. I know you've raised a lot of funds, right? Is there a skill to it?
The only skill is being honest and to tell the truth. That yes, the person needs it. That is why you want to support. So just be honest with your words, and whatever is given you, you make sure you do with it. So if I ask, hey, I want a book, I want 5 books, I want 6 books, I want this, whatever that is sent to you, you do it exactly the way you ask people. And when you do that, they will keep coming. There are instances where you do it and then you have some change. When school resumed this year, one of my kids, their mother called me and said, oh, things are not good. I can't buy books for my kids, blah, 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 blah. And I called one of my friends and I said, yo, Charlie, this child, she's very brilliant, but the mother says so and so. I said, okay, how much books do we need? I was like, if he says 60 Ghana cedis, I can get some books. So I got some books, and then I realized it was too many. So his younger brother, who is also in primary level, came around, and I was like, okay, if I'm going to give the older sister this number of books, there's some left, so I'll buy extra, and then I gave it to the younger brother. So you would have to do what you said you would do, and then if there is a change, you can do something else, and that is what people want to see us do. Yeah.
So someone need a uniform, someone need books, someone need bags. You've come on social media, you've put it on, you've managed to get it. Now you go to school on Monday, right? Mm-hmm. And then you hand it over to the kid.
Yes.
How's the feeling like?
Sometimes they want to hug you, they want to say something, but you see, in a rural community like that, they barely know how to show appreciation or affection. So they will be like, say or say thank you. That is what they say. And then the next 2-3 minutes or the next day, you find someone knocking on your door. You open the door and it will be a family member of that child, and the person will be like, say, my child brought these things, he said you gave it to him or her. Say thank you very much, God bless you.
How does that make you feel?
Sometimes I want to cry. Yeah, because even when I watch videos and it's so emotional, I cry. Even today, you see, there's this video that I watch on YouTube. This guy goes around and he will say, oh, I don't have my wallet here, can you spare me a coin? And then the person will be like, oh, I don't have, but this is my last, and they give it out, and then he will say, yeah. And then some were crying. I was like, I cried this morning. I really cried, like I was crying. I'm really emotional when it comes to helping people. Yeah, so sometimes I cry. Let me share this with you. When even this, when we commissioned the library, we taught these kids how to say some rhymes and some poems, some dancing moves and all that. And on that day, they did it so perfectly, and I was standing and I was crying. I feel like they are doing what we've taught them, and it makes me feel happy. I'm sure that crying thing is just because I am satisfied to see them learn and exhibit what we are teaching them. So yeah.
Okay, so helping humans wasn't enough. So he started helping the properties.
Yes.
So he started fixing doors.
Yes.
Changing chalkboards into is it pen boards?
Yes.
Is that what you did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and then changing doors, painting the school.
Mm-hmm.
What prompted that?
I want a fair share of everything. So when I went to the village or the school, and I realized that there were a lot of things they didn't have, which in the cities they do, I felt that wasn't fair, because you could go to a class and two or three kids will be sitting on one desk, but when you come to town, the city, it is not like that. So I felt, no, wherever I am, wherever I find myself, I want to change that place to look like the cities. So I was like, I wouldn't allow the school to have a broken door, to have white chalk or a blackboard or something, because things are evolving. We are changing, things are changing, we need to change to it. So I was like, no, then let me add the school management to supporting kids. So I was like, okay, if that's the case, let's start with chalkboard. Time has changed.
Yeah.
We need to stop using, well, we can use the chalk, but we can still do more. All right. So I posted it, and I had a friend from US, my schoolmate, who said, Eko, I want us to do this, and then we did it. And then anything that I do, like I said, I posted out there, and then people started saying, like, okay, I want to change the school doors. And everything, I'll show you the evidence, I'll show you the reason why I want to change it. It was broken. Sometimes we have snakes coming to the classrooms.
Okay.
So then we started changing it. There were a lot of petty things that I realized, this thing, I mean, it's past a cake. We don't have to use it. So then I started changing all these things. And God being so good, we've been doing a lot. And there are more coming.
Yeah.
There are more coming.
So you say there are more coming, right?
Yeah, I mean, we solicited funds from everybody, and then we built a school library.
Mm-hmm.
Aside that, we are looking at setting up a computer lab within the school library. Aside that, I'm getting some big support to change the windows, because the old windows, like those box kind of things, yeah, we want to change it. It's a kick. We want to try and get maybe louvers or something, proper windows. Aside that, we want to, one beautiful idea that I'm bringing on board, if you're watching, if you want to partake, is I want to give out one teacher to one donor.
Okay.
So if you take class 1, and I meet Mickey, I'll connect Mickey to my class 1 teacher. So now the class 1 becomes yours. It's your property. Whichever way you think that you want to make the class look, do it. So then Mickey says, okay, I love yellow color. Okay, class 1, let's paint it yellow. Okay, Mickey says, why is this a guy sitting 2 on a chair? No, I don't want it. Everybody must get one. So then this is Mickey's class forever. It belongs to you.
And then me and my network.
You and your network. Exactly. So I don't even come in again. I will come in and say, okay, let's do it this way, let's do it that way. Because when I do that, some of my teachers are like happy. They want me to organize a workshop for them to teach them how to get fans and be on social media to support the school, not even themselves, to support the school, which is so beautiful. So that is one big project that I want to do this year. Get each person to take a class and say, now class 4 is mine. I want to make sure class 4 looks good. Yeah.
So you're talking big. You could have just gone into the simple school, and you were a teacher, and then you ended up becoming a headmaster. You've done the first speech and prize giving day.
Yeah.
BEC.
Yeah.
So you enrolled the national or the West Africa examination board. You were the first person to do that.
Yeah.
And you've built a whole library. I'll come to that library, right? You like it big.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel a lot of people want to do something for a lot of people, but they don't know how. And I know these people who are ready to support anybody else, they have it. That is why they want to support. So I don't want to come to you and say, give me 1 pencil. No, give me 1,000 pencils, because I know you can do it. And when I go in like that, I go in with the faith that when I say this, they will do it. So I don't belittle myself going to ask someone for support, and I'm not shy to do it, because at the end of the day, I'm doing it for even someone who's not my child. I'm doing it for a school that isn't my personal property. I can't carry the library with me when I'm being transferred. I can't carry the decks or the what do you call it, the whiteboard with me. I can't do any of that, but I want to leave something for people to come and then love. I want to say this, that this African adage that the one who grows the tree doesn't even live to enjoy the shade that it brings. So I just want to put this, for the people, for the kids, for anybody who is in Africa to say, I grew up to come and meet this tree. Let me enjoy life. And then, if we believe in nature, nature rewards people who are ready to support others succeed.
Before we get to the library, because the library is the penultimate for me, the library, if I've not told you before, I was a doubter, even though I was one of your closest alliance. I was like, what is my brother trying to do? And if you realize, right, whenever you want to do something big, there are people around you who discourage you. It's not because they don't want you to achieve something big, but some of them, it's coming from love. They don't want to see you fail. I will admit that I was one of those people, but I'll come to that. But before that, you go and enroll the kids into BEC. How far is the examination hall from your school?
It's like 1 hour.
1 hour?
Yes.
So you cannot go every day?
No.
And you have to find a hostel, a place for them to stay?
Yes.
How challenging was it?
Very 100% challenging. 100% difficult. So we don't write our basic examination certificate in our school. We don't write it. So the district has set up a center where we have to go and write. But if we do that, then we have to go and come every day. But the place is really far. The place is really far. So the best thing is that we need to go find a place and stay in that community. And in so doing, we would have to either go look for a classroom, because there are no hotels in the villages, or there may be hotels, but their parents cannot pay. They are hustling. Even for the parent to pay like 2 cedi, or let's say £1 or whatever amount for something, it will be very difficult. Very difficult. You will be on them for like 1 month. So then we have to go look for somebody's hall, or maybe a normal, not so cool, on a healthy place. And then we go with our mattresses, our food, our dresses, and then we sleep together. It got to a point, both teachers, the girls and the boys, slept in the same room. Because we couldn't find any cool place, so we had to sacrifice. And that is where sometimes, if care is not taken, I get mad sometimes, because some of my teachers will be like, no, I can't go and sleep there. I have a comfortable bed in my house. So you being the principal of the school, if you also say these words, who is going to go with the kids to go and sleep there? So since 2015, we started writing BEC. I've been sleeping with these students, as in living with them in the same room for them to write their exams. I have to wake them up at dawn. And it has not been easy.
The thing is, I know it's not been easy, because I remember your first one, you were like, we need some money for something, I don't know, you needed some money for food or something like that for the kids. Did you have to do that? Did you have to enroll your students in BEC? Was it one of your government sanctioned job?
Yes. So in the education system, before you go to senior high, you would have to complete your junior high school certificate, which is a BEC. It's a must for everybody. So when I started teaching in that school in Afringwa, the school was from 1st grade to 6th grade, and then they would go to a further place to go continue grade 7, 8, 9, and then write their BEC final exams. So I was like, why don't you write letters to the office so that we can keep the students in the school? Then they can bring us more teachers, because we had some classrooms. They can bring us more teachers to teach the junior high school level.
Okay.
So then the GES people listened, and then they opened it for us. So it was a must for us to have a JHS section of the school. And since we have it, then it's a must for us to write the exams. If you don't write, you can't continue education. And we had to travel all the way like 1 hour to the center. And the first one, it wasn't easy because parents didn't understand why we had to travel. And like I said, it's a rural community. It's a farming stroke stone quarry community. So parents were not having money. They didn't have money. So then I had to come in and be like, can you please help me send my kids to go and write BEC? That is how come I had to come and ask for money. Right now, I'm trying to change things in my school. So this year, I want us to go for excursion. Okay. Now, from Cape Coast, or from Afringwa, the village, all the way to Cape Coast and to Ghana, Kakum National Park. When we did the calculation, we are supposed to rent a bus. A day is 1,000 Ghana cedis. The entry fees is not in yet. What the kids will drink is not in yet. We put everything together, and then if every child pays 100 cedis, we could do it. 100 cedis is like $10.
Yeah.
Now, when we had a PTA meeting, and I told the parent, hey, so we're gonna go for an excursion. Every child should try and pay 100 Ghana cedi. Come and see. Hey sir, this is where we're going to get it from. Hey, I was like, yo, 100 cedis. So you see, it's not easy, even when you are trying to bring in something different, which will help them. It's not easy. You would go through hell. It's not easy. So sometimes when people see us coming like that, we know where we are. We know where, even examination fee, for you to pay the exam fee for your child to write, to test the brain, a parent will come and say, things are hard, I don't have money. So what do? You either you have to find a way. It's nobody's fault, but you have to find a way.
So do you think so a child's future can be compromised because of lack of substance? And that's where you do well. How was the exams? How did the kids come out?
Yes, I was happy that one of the exams, one child had 17.
Okay.
Now, for a rural community child to get a 17, it's like big deal. Because we spent about, I think, 8 hours with the kids in the classroom. So 8 hours for the day. When they go home, the rest is for the parents. So you've done your best. The child goes home, and the first thing is, change yourself, take your cutlass, let's go to the farm. So you wouldn't get a child to pay attention for a whole day. Because even when they are in the school, they know their parents are waiting for them to come to go to the farm. So if a child at least tries to get that number, like it's okay for us. And then there's a percentage. It doesn't matter if the child got like 10 or 8 or did best. There's a percentage, maybe from aggregate 6 to maybe 30. That's a government thing. So if the whole school were able to get in between that, then we had 100%. And we've been getting 80 to 85% since we started. Definitely we will have kids who are like, no, so okay. So yeah.
So driven people like you and your staff, because I know you couldn't have done all this thing by yourself, right? How monumental have they been? How helpful have they been? And what would take someone to be able to coerce staff members to also buy into a dream like yours?
It's about communication.
Okay.
Yes. There's nothing in the school that I do without letting them know. They are every day always aware. Whatever comes out of what we do, they are aware. So it's difficult for a teacher not to be part of it. Even when I get people bring us stuff, I leave it to them. I say, yo, you guys take care of it. Share it. Share it to the kids. So I stay back and I make sure they do the right thing. So when you do that, they easily fall in because you are not being secretive. You are telling them, yo, this is what we are doing. This is what came out of it. Okay, take yours, take mine.
Every morning on his way to school, this young teacher ditches his own car at this junction to hop on a motorbike due to the condition of the road. That is a challenge on its own.
A beautiful library you have over here. Someone gave you some books. Someone brought you some books. And at some point, you realized that it was being consumed by some mice. Yeah. So you brought out an audacious decision. You made an audacious decision to build a library.
Yeah.
When they started digging, did you ever think that it would get to this point?
Yes, I did, but I knew it was going to take like 5 years, because I knew the kind of support that was coming was like, we didn't get the money all at once, or like bit by bit. So this month, if we get somebody to support, we build, we mold cement blocks. So we had like 2,000, 3,000 here before we started building. So even that one took like, let's say up to like 6 months, because we wanted to get the blocks ready, because without the blocks you can't build. So we got all of them ready before we started doing. But I had it in mind that we will do this, but I knew it was going to take some time.
What time frame did you have in mind?
Like up to like 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, because that was the if everything goes smoothly and then we get people supporting bit by bit. That is why I gave myself up to that number of years, because we were not in a rush to build and say we want to build it, and But then God being so good, it took us like 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Was there a point that you thought this will happen and it's going to happen quick?
Yeah, I mean, when the first phase, I mean, the support was coming, it was really coming, and so we got it like to the window level. And then I don't know what happened. I think GoFund, the person that was helping us there in the US, receiving the funds, he was having difficulty sending the monies to Ghana. I don't know whether the Western world saw that he was sending monies too much to Africa. So they were always trying to block him. So he stopped. And so everything came into a standstill until we had another sister come in, Ya, shout outs to Ya. She came and she was like, she's seen me, doing this, she wants to come and support. So she came with her own money, we started building, and then we introduced her to GoFundMe, and then we started GoFundMe. So all the support that was coming came through GoFundMe, and then she brought it, and then this is it.
Well, as you are talking to me, the point where the brother couldn't send the money to Ghana, was that the point? Was that the obstacle? Or was there some point where you were like, this is difficult? Why did I do this? Did you regret at some point?
Did I regret? No, I never did. Because at that point, like you're saying, when the brother wasn't able to send the money, so therefore there wasn't any means for people to send money. Unless maybe you know me personally and you say, okay, give me your number. And I don't want to put my number out easily like that. So that was the point that, broke the line, the chain of whatever we were trying to do. And I never regretted, even at that point, because I knew, yeah, I mean, we can't build up to this level, and people see it. You see, that is the beautiful part of it. People see you. Okay, this place was bushy. Now we've cleared it. Now we've done the foundation. Now we've started, mounting, and they see it. So it's not like I keep them in the dark. So at that level, I was like, oh, since they've seen it, they will still come and support, and they did.
So the library came up, you commissioned it. How did is it GES, Ghana Education System?
Ghana Education Service.
How did they treat the whole thing? Did they even acknowledge it?
Yeah, at some point, when I go to the office for any meetings, they'll be like, okay, we have some head teachers who are doing good, and they are helping the schools. Okay, Eko Simpson is trying to build a library, he's been doing blah, 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 blah. They'll mention other people. So they will give you the recognition, but not any other financial support or nothing. Because they say they have their own headache. You can't add yours to it. But maybe at a point where maybe when somebody is sending something to Ghana and then we needed a letter, even that one didn't happen, because we needed a letter to send it to the customs, so that they can dash out that duty that we have to, because it's coming to a school, not any personal use. So that was what we needed them to do. But I think we're still waiting on that. Yeah, but so far so good. And the day we commissioned, they were here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do it without it. Even though they didn't build it, it is still under them.
So I woke up this morning, right, and I was thinking about a title for this video, and I said, "Meet a teacher who cares about his school more than the Ghana government." Would that be a fair title?
It's 50-50. They care in a way that they are trying. They want to try. They are trying. You see, like 3 years ago or so, we changed the syllabus, and up till now, we don't have all the textbooks. And they've brought some small ones, and they are telling us they are trying. So you can say they are trying. But the other side, the other 50, they are not doing. They are not doing anything to help. Honestly, it's difficult being as a head. Sometimes your teachers will come and say, I don't have the syllabus or the textbook to teach. If I don't come on social media and tell you that I need support to buy books, then I have to find a way. And that's not what it's supposed to be. They need to give us the resources, the items to teach, but they will tell you even they don't have printer.
Is it easy to voice this out?
It's supposed to be easy, but maybe constructively, yes, but not like to diss them and say this. Oh, government, please, GES, if you provide us with this, the work will go on. We will do it nicely. But now you're not giving it to us, so how do you expect us? They will say go onto the internet. Here, to go onto the internet, you have to suffer. I am lucky to have bought myself a Wi-Fi, MTN Wi-Fi. So I fix it here and I have Wi-Fi. What about the other teachers? Some of them don't even use their smartphone.
So there are a lot of books over here. Where do you get these books?
They were all donated. Okay. All the books were donated. Let's all these books were donated. Some of them brought it themselves. Others shipped it from outside Ghana. All of them, all the books that you see, they are from outside. And we have some cool books, math with the kids. And I thought the kids they will come, but I didn't know they would be coming like regularly. But every break time, this place is full. Yeah, and we've also introduced every Friday you have to come up with, I think, 5 new words. So you see them opening and writing them. Even if they can't read, they are still learning something. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think it's helping.
I think in my own world, right, I have this theory that the person who controls the education of a community controls the future.
Yeah.
You've come here, and as you are telling me, everything tells me that you are controlling the future of this community. Every good thing must come to an end. Have you thought about life after Frangwa?
Life after Frangwa there are 2 things. I either stop teaching and then focus on something else that will also make me do what I'm doing, helping people, supporting anybody. Or I may be transferred from here to another school to continue teaching, because I've been here for 14 years. And last year they wanted to do this exchange where they will send me to the closest school, and then that teacher will be here and blah, blah, blah. But that time we had not finished this. So they said, if we transfer Echo, how is this thing going to finish, complete? So they kept me here. And this year I was thinking they were going to transfer me. I'm still here. So until they transfer me, I'm still going to be here to teach and do my thing. Or I will have to fly outside Ghana and go and do something. I mean, we can be like this, support, do things, but we may also have personal interest in certain things. So we would have to also go fight for that. But aside that, Afringwa it is.
Okay. So I've not met a lot of the community, the residents, right? Paint to me the picture. Say, picture yourself with your back saying, this is my last week in this village. Paint to me, what would the reaction be like?
There's been instances, but even today, I'm telling you today, one woman called me. When we were coming, I shouted one woman. She called me and said, sir, I've heard you've left here because the whole week we've not seen you in school. I'm like, who told you? He said, what time? We've heard it in the town. Like, no, I'm not going to stretch. Say, don't go anywhere. If you go, our school will be shut down. Even the chief says I shouldn't dare say I'm leaving this place. When we have PTA meetings or parent association meetings, they say, Circle, don't think of leaving this place. Even if the office sends you, we'll go to the office, we'll tell them we want you back. It's like they love me being here.
Oh, yeah.
They love to see the things that I've been doing for their kids. Even when school resumed, I've gotten 20 new uniforms for 20 kids. And somebody has been hustling to get a uniform for the child. And so if they hear that Circle is leaving, my God, I don't think they will be able to contain it. Even I was living in this community for 14 years. I was staying here, but now I'm living about 10 minutes away from here in this Salt Pond. Even when I left, I've not left the school. I've just left living here. Because like, no, come back. The teacher's quarters is for you. There's a room for you. Come and stay there. And I was like, wow. I need a change of environment. So yeah, I think it would be an unpleasant situation for them to hear that I'm leaving. Maybe that I have to quietly leave and call and say, I've left. Yeah.
Well, not far from what I envisage will happen if this gem decides to leave this place. Finally, if anybody wants to help, or if anybody wants to donate, be part of all the good things you are doing, how do they do that?
Okay, thank you. So right now, we would want to, if you check, the library is pretty big, so we would want to use half for a computer lab. So anybody who is willing to support my school, I will need computers. I wish you would buy it and ship it, but it takes a lot of time. It might even get lost. So if you want to support, I'm going to leave my email address in the description and a phone number. You can contact and then we can have a conversation. Hey, Echo, I want to get you more books. I want to get you more learning materials and everything. So I'll leave my emails and then we will start the communication from there. Yeah.
What about your social media?
If you want to connect with me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere, Twitter, you just type Echo Simpson, you find my face there. Just send me a message and then we'll have a beautiful conversation. But I want to say a big thank you to Nikki for coming all the way to visit me in my school. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about this and all that. So hey, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and be a part of his YouTube family as well as mine. Peace.
I've known Echo Simpson since 2006 and trust me, whatever donation you send him will be used to touch the lives of the Afrangoa community. I hope this video was helpful. If so, please give it a like. Please subscribe to Echo Simpson and support his cause, and also to this channel to come on my journey of experience. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.